It's so nice when you can work out in the open air, or in an old train compartment. What's missing in both places is a power socket. That's why the power from your laptop's battery has to last as long as possible. But how can you get your laptop to run as economically as possible? Here's how. First, the good news, Windows 7 uses less power than its predecessor. That means that the battery will provide power for longer. But this can be optimized even more. Start the Mobility Center using the Windows key plus X. Here, you can select a preset power plan. You'll save the most power with Power Saver. You'll have more options if you click on the battery and land up in Power Options. Here you can see the power plans. Click on Change Plan Settings. The lighting for the display needs a lot of power. Here you can adjust the brightness directly and save power. Here you can adjust the time period before the display dims, when you need a break from work. And after this time period here, the screen is turned off completely. The last point decides when the computer gets put to sleep. Now save the changes. Be careful though, the advanced power settings are only for very experienced users. If configured wrongly, they could cut off access to wireless networks, or make the video quality worse. Back in the power options, check out some more choices. On the left, you can see a large number of links. These two lead to the same destination, however. If you click on one, you'll always land up here. Depending on how many switches your notebook has, you'll find more or less options. The selection per switch is always the same, however. Shutdown ends all programs and switches the computer off. Hibernate saves the current state on the hard disk and then switches the computer off. It may take a bit of time, but it also means that the computer is quicker to start and all the programs and documents are open again. Be careful though, some programs and some drivers dislike hibernation and can cause trouble. Sleep is a bit like hibernation, but the computer isn't completely switched off. This means it's still using power. But that also means it's quickly ready for action again. Yes, and do nothing is self-explanatory. Our recommendation, when you switch the computer off, it really should be switched off. If you want to close it and reopen it at brief intervals, then the best choice is sleep. The last setting can only be changed by an administrator, and there's a good reason for that. In any case, the computer should immediately insist on a password after it wakes up. Otherwise, data thieves will have a far too easy time of things.